Firstly, if we can get it out of the way, team news, how are you looking? Any new issues or any closing in on a return?
No, I think we are what we were last week. There's nobody. They're making all progress. Kelvin, Jake Reeves, they're all a week ahead, and Callum Woods. And so the good news was Danny Devine got his first 60 minutes this week. I think that's his first one in about 4 or 5 months, and I have to be honest, I like what I saw from him, you know, and he came through unscathed. So, yeah, I was impressed with how he went about it, you know, and hopefully now he continues and gets stronger from that, and we'll see where we are with him in a couple of weeks.
What about Sean Scannell? Because he came close, didn't he, and then a step back a little bit. What's the latest?
Yeah, he's joined in today, so he's at the medical department, gave him time to settle down, and then he's joined back in today. So, you know, hopefully now we can get a full week into him, and, you know, obviously time's running out in terms of games. So whereas when I first come in, I was saying to you about the fact that we've got to be steady with him. That steady is now, you know, they're running out of time for him. But, you know, he's hopefully get a full good week behind him next week. But
not involved this weekend, no. Again, I presume, right? How's this week unfolded then? We just spoke to David Ball, and he said you had a good meeting earlier this week when you went back through the video and the likes. He said it was a very interesting meeting.
Is that what he said?
Well, I'm paraphrasing maybe a little bit, but yeah, he suggested it was a very interesting meeting. He said a few players dug each other out, and, you know, people realised that they had to be held accountable for their actions last weekend. It's
about setting a culture. It's about you know, coming in and stamping down values that we have as staff, myself and Andy, that we brought in. And part of developing that culture is and the values is the honesty and you, like you say, accountability. And we held a review of the game, and you know, we highlighted areas that we felt needed addressing. And it wasn't a shouting match or anything like that. It was constructive criticism, if you want, but a hell of a lot of learning took place, and I was pleased with the response. Obviously, there were things that I highlighted that, like I said to you all on Saturday, that are not acceptable whilst I'm the manager. So from that point of view, we, you know, had an interesting meeting, so to speak. But, you know, they're fully aware, and obviously they've not been with me long, or vice versa, of that performance just doesn't register with me.
Did they see another side of you then, maybe this week? Because you've been very positive so far. Have they seen a different side to Gary Bowyer as the manager?
Yeah, they might have done. Yeah, they did. You know, and that's it, isn't it? You cannot. I think, you know, we can always be positive, and you've always got to look glass half full, not half empty. However, you know, you can't kid them. You can't kid them with, you know, false positivity. And there comes a time, in my opinion, the psychologist and one or two others will disagree, but there comes a time where you have to say no. It's just like bringing kids up. Have you got kids?
I'm about to have one.
Oh, well, yeah.
So you can teach me something.
Well, you know, you encourage them, and then obviously there do come times where you have to say no. That's not it, and then obviously the learning takes place. Hopefully.
Also,
boy
this
or
week,
girl?
Girl. We found out this week. Girl.
Ooh, name?
Not yet.
Oh, you don't have a say in it anyway.
yeah, that's out of my hands.
The rest of us.
Also this week it was announced Stefan Rupp and Julian Rhodes put out a statement saying that they're staying around, they're still back in the football club. How positive was that for you from your perspective, and how much was it needed to be in the public domain, do you think?
Brilliant, yeah, definitely. You know, I can only speak on my time with Julian, since obviously I've met him. Bradford City through and through. CEO, owner, whatever, he cares so much for Bradford City. and you know, it was massively important that he remains involved in this club, and you know, it allows the club then to build from there. You saw under his reign last time, and his involvement last time, where he got this club to, and I think that's massive. I think that you had to have someone of his expertise and knowledge. It's huge for the football club.
And what does it do for you as well in your possible future? Where are we at with that at the moment?
Well, obviously myself and Julian, via obviously Stefan, we had a chat this week, and it's something that really appeals to me, to stay longer. I said that, you know, in my initial conversations. So we're just trying to hopefully conclude something as quickly as possible, and that'd be fantastic, because you know, I want to get started. Well, we need to get started now on next season, no matter what league we're in, and clarity for everybody then, supporters, players, and myself.
That's a huge positive. Everyone will be pleased to hear that. I'm sure that the fans listening as well. And that's not league dependent, I guess, then. So you're prepared to build for next season in League Two, if so be it.
I've only been here, 3-4 weeks. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the reasons I come was obviously this wonderful support that we have in the club. But my time here, I've absolutely buzzed off it, and still will do. And you know, like you say, regardless, hopefully, you know, we can pull off, which is looking. You know, we've got to probably win 5 or 6 out of 7 now to get. But if we could do that, yeah, then we're in League One. If not, then obviously we know what would happen. But I'm here for the long haul, so to speak.
I wanted to speak to you all about Tony Smith, the former Leeds Rhinos head coach. You've had him in the building, haven't you, today? Why have you brought him in? What does he bring to the party, I guess?
Well, Tony works a little bit for the LMA as well, the League Managers Association, and goes around mentoring managers and speaking with managers. It's something that he's done before with myself when I was at Blackpool. But you know, from that, I'd like to think that we've developed a friendship. I spoke to him several times when I was out of work. And we went up for a couple of coffees, and I would be stupid not to tap into somebody of his expertise and knowledge, and what he's achieved in his sport. But ultimately, it's about dealing with people. You know, they're tagged as rugby league players, and also football players. But ultimately, you know, he's dealing with people, and it's been great to have him here today. I noticed it was sunny, so I thought, yeah, there's a chance of him being here while the weather's good. But he's been great, as I knew he would be, to just go around and speak with the players, just a different voice. I think the players that don't, you know, they have the opportunity to go and speak to someone, like I say, with his wealth of experience and expertise, just general chats, and he's, you know, he's still there chatting now with the staff. So you better hurry up, because I want to go and listen to him again. But it's wonderful to be able to have someone, like I say, of his ilk, to just come and share some of the wisdom that he's developed over the years when he's been highly successful.
I guess it's about a winning mentality in the dressing room, isn't it? No matter what sport it is.
No, definitely, and focusing on the performance and what you can control. And like I say, you know, it's been brilliant to have him around.
So you say you've got to win 5 or 6, you think, now, to get out of it?
Yeah, simple. As the season draws on, you know, you've always asked me about points and that. As it gets narrower, the equation becomes slightly easier to work out, and you know, we've got to try and get 5 or 6 for sure, which is obviously Championship promotion winning form.
And how do you go about putting last week behind you now, heading into a difficult game down at Charlton?
Well, we've done it. We've concentrated on, like they say, the debrief, and then. We've worked with the players on the training, and we've got that's where you can do it. Obviously, is on the grass, and there's a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of hurt pride, following on from last week. They were told home truths, and if I was them, I know what I'd be doing come this weekend, and there has to be a reaction, and that's the challenge that's being put down to them, on top of also playing against the good Charlton team.
Beware the wounded animal, somewhat.
Well, let's hope so, because like I say, they've been told exactly where they are now and where we're at, and let's see who's got the reaction from them.